Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of our WSUS configuration. We're looking at a Windows 7 machine right now. This is the Windows 7 machine we added to the domain. This particular Windows 7 machine just has the default Windows Update patches installed on it. It doesn't have any customizations. It's literally just everything that I was able to update from the Microsoft Windows Update site, and that's it. So we don't have any extended service security and extended service patching. We don't have anything like that installed on this. This is just out of the box configuration. And we could actually take a look at that real quick just so you can see. We go in here, we go to Windows Updates. And we're going to do to view the update history. And in here we're going to see the updates that were applied the day that we originally set up the first video. So that was the 5th or the 4th, I believe. So we have all of the updates installed from just the Microsoft Windows Update location. Now, right now we're showing that we don't have any updates available yet, but the system also hasn't completely synced. So I've attempted to run the force sync on the system to report back. I also have a PowerShell script that you could run where you could run this to force the system to check back on the client and report back. So we can do this twice again. Also ran a GP update to make sure the policy had applied to the actual desktop. Okay guys, so welcome back to the WSUS box. As you can see, I went through the process here and did a little configuration, a little homework, a little cleanup, things of that nature. And basically what I did is I went through all of the approval list and created only a series of updates that I approved for installation on our Windows 7 machine. And in our computer listing here, we have our Windows 7 machine, which still hasn't 100% reported back. It'll probably take a few minutes before it does and gets the full listing of updates available. Now, I don't know if these are going to work or not, but I do know that the Windows 7 machine is a completely clean install, with the exception of just the updates that were provided by the Windows Update site. So what I did on this system, and again, I'm not part of any of the extended use programs or extended support programs. I literally just have a trial license installed on a Windows 2019 server. I installed WSUS services on it. I didn't even install the reporting services on it, which we could show you right here. I mean, it's basically a base system. This system doesn't have any extended support on it, anything like that. What I did is just downloaded. I ran the synchronization to synchronize the system with the available downloads. I also went into my system options, so we can see the synchronizations here that have taken place. We can go into the options here, and if we go into the options, we could go into products and classifications. And under product and classifications, after you run the initial synchronization, you'll get the option for Windows Embedded Standard 7. Even if you don't have the extended support program, you still get the option for the Windows Embedded Standard 7. And you'll notice that, at least in our updates that we have approved, we have updates approved here for Microsoft Windows Embedded Standard 7, 64-bit. And we have updates also from 2023 for Windows 7 for quality rollups. Now keep in mind, Windows 7 was end-of-life in 2020. So we shouldn't have a quality rollup for 2023 unless we are part of the extended program. But since I'm not, I don't know, I couldn't really tell you why this works. Maybe Microsoft just screwed something up, which is possible, but it's not something that I did to cause this to happen. So once you have WSUS installed and configured, you have your desktop added, you have your group policy added, I would review the previous video if you're curious how to do that. Once all that stuff is done, it's just the synchronization, the approval of the updates you wanted to do, adding the machine into the correct location for where your computers are, running the initial synchronization on the machine, forcing the desktop to sync back to the server to make sure that it sees the updates, and then using group policy to push the updates out. So right now the policy is configured for, I think it's 2 o'clock. I may go in and change it so that way it's a little sooner, so that way I don't have to sit here for 20 minutes and wait for this thing. But let's force the updates from the WSUS server to our Windows 7 machine and see if Windows 7 will actually install the updates that we push from the WSUS box, with the understanding that we don't have the extended support contract. And our approved updates include the embedded system and the extended support contract, which we are not part of, and also not part of on that individual machine. Hopefully this works. We'll check back here shortly and see what happens. Okay guys, so welcome back. I know it's been seconds for you, but it's been probably 20-30 minutes for me. It's now 2:02. I just got the updates pushed to the system within the past 15 minutes. I went back and changed the policy. I really didn't want to wait for 15, 20 minutes for this thing to finish out. So I just changed it, updated the policy on the desktop, pushed the updates, updates applied. So let's log into this thing and I'll show you what we got going on. Okay, so now we're inside of Windows 7. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go to the control panel. And then I'm going to go to Windows Updates. I'm going to view installed updates. And right here, these two KBs. And I would implore you to actually write them down somewhere and check on the catalog specifically what they are. But they are from the, one of them is the 2023 roll-up for Windows 7. And the other one is the February 2024 embedded system update, both of which were pushed from WSUS server to this machine. I didn't have to make any changes. I didn't have to install anything. I didn't have to do anything manual. It was 100% WSUS that pushed these updates to this machine. I also don't have the extended support contract. I don't pay for it. It was literally done through the server itself that pulled it from Microsoft's website and applied it to the desktop. I didn't have to make any registry changes, nothing. So this kind of debunks the idea that you need these customized patches in order to install the embedded system updates on a non-embedded system, because this is just an out-of-the-box Windows 7 machine. Hopefully this is helpful for you guys. If you want to continue to use Windows 7, now you know how. Like and subscribe for more videos. Take it easy.